Clay Center Tiger Volleyball on KCLY is brought to you in part by Oldie Seed Farms, United Bank and Trust, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, Central Office Service and Supply, CS Precision Ag, Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, TSI Kansas Incorporated Clay Center, Union State Bank, and Farmers Cooperative.
And good afternoon. We welcome you to Substate Saturday here from the Den. The Clay Center Lady Tigers hosting this 4A Division II Substate Championship. We've got a lot to get to. I know we just gave you a look into some of the regional cross-country. You heard Class 2A, the state qualifiers for Valley Heights and for Washington County. I'll get you a more detailed report of that as the afternoon goes along. Also, you heard from Class 1A and 3A, Jamie Bloom covering from Leonardville today. And for the Clay Center Tigers and Lady Tigers, Caleb Brooks still qualifying individually for the boys. And the Clay Center Lady Tigers are regional champions at Hayes earlier this morning, and they had a tremendous run. It came down to the final runner, and that sixth-place runner was the tiebreaker to get them for the regional championship. So all six will be going on to the state tournament. That will be next weekend, of course, in Wamego. Here, the Clay Center Lady Tiger volleyball team gets a chance to host the Substate in 4A Division II. Their opening round opponent is the Smoky Valley Vikings. The Smoky Valley, Concordia, both state-ranked. Concordia made short work of their matchup with Chapman. They won 25-13, 25-12. They have won 22 of their last 23 matches, Concordia, so they are on a roll. The winner of this match will get Concordia for the chance to go on to the state tournament next weekend in Salina's Bicentennial Center. Lady Tigers host Smoky Valley in their opening round matchup, semifinal, 4A Division II. We'll be back with the opening serve following these.
Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy is your headquarters for durable medical equipment. They can tell you about the line of supplies and how each is designed to make routine tasks a little easier. You'll find lift chairs, braces, walkers, bath rails, canes, diabetic shoes, and so much more. All available to improve your mobility and overall health. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy is your source for dependable and cost-effective durable medical equipment, putting the care into healthcare. Downtown Clay Center.
I was looking over Laurel furniture catalogs when in walked Michael. Can I help you, Mr. Scott?
I'm a manager in my paper company, and I feel the position calls for the proper chair. Maybe something more like, I don't know, a throne?
Here at Central Office, we have a great selection of Laurel office chairs. From the flipper arm mid-back to this high-back leather chair.
This high-back looks a little bit like a throne.
Sure.
Central Office Service and Supply Guy. I declare you Knight of the Office Supplies.
Life seems to get busier every day. The kids have sports practices and games. There's a mountain of laundry to do at home, plus trying to find some time to cook a decent meal and keep the house reasonably clean. I'm just so thankful I can quickly stop in at Ray's Apple Market and find everything I need. What I really like is that I feel like my kids are always safe when I'm shopping and the staff is so friendly and helpful. Ray's Apple Market is our store.
You must prepare for tomorrow and make ready the fields for next spring. At Wilbur Ellis Read Seed and Feed, we're not psychic, we don't read palms or cast spells, but we do read fields, see what works, and offer you the products we know will help with your profit potential. We start with cleaning up the weeds, adding residual for control into the spring, and apply fall fertilizer with or without stabilizers for a head start to next year's crop. No magic, just simple, straightforward solutions. We are Wilbur Ellis, Read Seed and Feed.
Starting lineups being announced here at the Den. The Clay Center Lady Tigers opening round semifinals of the 4A Division II championships in Substate. The winner will get a chance to play Concordia for the right to go to Salina next weekend. Let's look at the starting lineups. First for Smoky Valley, who is state ranked. They come in with a record of 26-11, 4A Division II state ranked. 5'8" senior is Haley McClure. 5'8" senior Kate Dieterding. 5'11" senior Haley Peterson. Samantha Crowther's a 5'8" junior. Riley Carson, a 5'3" senior. Elise Nelson, a 5'8" junior. And Delaney Johnson, a 5'6" senior. That's the starting lineup for Smoky Valley. For the Lady Tigers, it'll be Taylor Humphrey, 5'4" and a senior. 5'4" sophomore Haley Franson. Megan Blake, a 5'7" senior. 5'9" senior Lauren Lane. 6' junior Hannah Ferguson. And 5'7" senior Sam Carson. And then, of course, the libero for the Lady Tigers, Michaela Musselman, and a 5'3" senior. So Lady Tigers go with Humphrey, Franson, Blake, Lane, Ferguson, and Carson. Musselman is the libero They're coached, of course, by Coach Tara Gruber, her first year with the Lady Tigers. You had a chance to catch the locker room show on our YouTube channel, KCLY's YouTube channel, had a chance to kind of get a look into what this team has done through the year and their expectations for the weekend ahead. They really think they match up well with Smoky Valley. They had some game film and some looks at what they bring, and we are looking for a really exciting and fun semifinal matchup. We'll have that first serve on the way right after this.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer, or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started. Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Lady Tigers, Smoky Valley Vikings, the first round winner of the opening match was Concordia, as mentioned, 25-13, 25-12. They have been on a roll really through the season, but in the the final two-thirds of the year, they have just really been an unbelievable stretch. 22 of 23 matches they have now won, including 25-13, 25-12 straight sets over the Chapman Irish earlier. So the winner of this matchup, and if you're a visiting fan not knowing which team you're watching, it could be confusing. Both teams in black uniforms with the orange numbering and the white trim on those numbers with their names on the back. So, of course, we'll have no problems here on KCLY, but the common fan might be wondering exactly which team is which. Lady Tigers will defend to begin, so Smoky Valley will have the service to start with, and that serve will be coming from Delaney Johnson, a 5'6" senior. Great crowd on hand for the first match. Concordia brought a sponge here, expected to try to get back to the state championships where they were last year. Substate semifinals underway. Lauren Lane up front. Here's Hannah Ferguson. Opening shot is going to be in the back corner. 1-0 start. Lady Tigers get the kill up front from Hannah Ferguson. So the Lady Tigers have an early 1-0 lead, and it gives Michaela Musselman the chance to rotate in and serve it from the back row. That puts Blake, Franson, Lane across the front side. Musselman to serve it. And then Humphrey and Carson on the back row. Left-handed serve across. And it's an ace service from Musselman. The Lady Tigers out to a 2-0 start here at home in the Den. And Musselman will keep the service. Team off cross-court and very short-angled. And the back row defender tried to come up and slide in to get it. Just really didn't have much of a chance at it. Serve again from Michaela. Same area, this time handled by Smoky Valley. Play up front, block back across. Play center's going to have a chance here as Smoky Valley just rolled it across. Here's Lane to Humphrey. Far side set. Wind up. Blake blocked back across and in by Smoky Valley. And that was Haley Peterson who got the block and the point. And Smoky Valley's on the board 2-1. Peterson up at the net, 5'11" and a senior, and used that length that time to reach up and get a good block. Here's Blake, the pass to Humphrey, forearm set, and it's a flat-footed spike across from Lauren Lane. Dug out on the back row by Peterson. Now it's going to be up front, blocked to the bounds by Clay Center. Franson and Lane around the area. Franson got a good hand on it, but it went out of bounds, and we're tied at 2. First set of the Lady Tigers' first match of the day. A win moves them to the semifinals against Concordia. Loss ends the year. Here's Lauren Lane planting one on a front court winner, and she's got her first kill of the ball game. And the Lady Tigers lead 3-2. That'll put Haley Franson back to serve for Clay Center. Here is the service across. Back row, pass up front. Far side set now for Dieterding. It's blocked back across. Clay Center will get the point. Tremendous block. Great scramble effort by... Now we've got a jump ball call. Is that correct? Franson will serve it again. It stays 3-2. So that hit the side goal, which is actually the main basketball goal here at the Clay Center High School. So that is a jump ball. It means they replay the point. Here's a play up front, and it's blocked by Lane, but it's blocked out of bounds. The hit that time coming from, again, 5'11" senior Haley Peterson. Clay Center will rotate into the contest. Brianne Wilson, who will play on the back row defensively. The serve it is Haley Peterson for the Smoky Valley Vikings. To the back row, pass up front from Carson. Humphrey. Backside set. Lauren Lane. Great hit. It is dug out, though, by Smoky Valley. They stay in the point. Here's Carson. Humphrey. Far side said this is Megan Blake. Soft spike across it, good. Megan Blake puts it away and Clay Center now leads 4-3. Megan Blake with her first kill. So Blake, Ferguson, Lane have all had shots that have been put away. That time a soft spike for Megan Blake got it done. She'll serve it now for Clay Center. Smoky Valley, the set on the left side going to Dieterding. Good dig by Musselman. Now up front, Lane has to roll it across and finds a winner just over her back, rolling it to the defensive side. And Smoky Valley got caught napping that time, and Clay Center leads 5-3. So that keeps Megan Blake with the service. So Lauren Lane gets a gift that time, just keeping it alive, and now Blake's serve goes into net. And the service ball gives Smoky Valley serve back. The Clay Center does lead 5-4 here at set number 1. 2 matches to win today to get to state. Concordia is one of the first of their 2. Clay Center hoping to get a chance to go at their NCKL rival. Here's Clay Center with a chance up front. It is punched across by Sam Carson. It just punched out of bounds, and we're tied at 5. Carson had to come up that without a chance to swing at it. Just tried to guide it away from the defense, but it was guided out of bounds. Serve on its way across now coming from Haven Sorgan. Up front, Lauren Lane. Good spike, but dug out by Smoky Valley. Now a play up front to the back row. A winner in from Elise Nelson. And Smoky Valley has the lead at 6-5. Back and forth we go in set number 1. Back to serve it is Haven Sorgan, 5'6" sophomore for the Vikings. Serve across. This is Musselman up front. Lane. She'll set it across to Sam Carson. Sam winds it up front. Now partially blocked by Carson. Lane tries to touch it across on a set. And Smoky Valley gains the 2-point lead, 7-5. Back to serve again will be Sogren who keeps it. For Smoky Valley, a 7-5 lead. The Vikings serve across. Lane to Humphrey. Here's a set for Carson. Winds it up, back row and long. And it's 8-5 now. Clay Center down by a triple. And Smoky Valley will keep the service. Smoky Valley, the 2 seed. Concordia, the 1 seed. Lady Tigers, the 3 seed. Chapman, the 4. Here's the serve across. Passed up front, Humphrey. Middle set, Lauren Lane. Good wind up in the put away. Lane's 3rd kill here in the first set. And it's 8-6. Clay Center down by 2, but now Lauren Lane will have service. 2 courts, as Clay Center Tiger fans will know, but only using the 1 court for match play. The others are, it's an ace across from Lauren Lane. A short one that time off the jump serve. It just cleared the net, fell in front of the Smoky Valley defense, and now it's 8-7. Clay Center within 1. So they use both courts for the warm-up, but they only use the main court for the matches here today in Substate. And Smoky Valley touches it across. Up front and a missed pass, but Clay Center stays alive. Carson, great dig. Here's the play up front, Dieterding. A cross-court winner off the block attempt by Ferguson. And it's 9-7. Clay Center trails by 2. Smoky Valley will get service back. Great scramble by the Lady Tigers to stay alive, but then Smoky Valley puts it away. Here's Dieterding with the serve. And it runs her way into the service. Blake the pass. Ferguson, back row set up. And Wilson tried to go after it. They couldn't get it across the net. It's going to be 10-7. Clay Center down by 3. Dieterding again to serve. 10-7, Smoky Valley. Blake. Pass goes up in the beams. Lauren Lane digs it. Now Carson punches it across. A scramble for Smoky Valley. They will set it to the back row. Here's Blake to Humphrey. Middle set. Hannah Ferguson winds up. Can't get it put away. Smoky Valley digs it out. Back up front it comes. Blake the dig. And now Clay Center a scramble. Unable to get to it. It falls between 2 defenders. 11-7. Now Clay Center down by 4. Dieterding again will serve, the 5'8" senior for Smoky Valley. And across it comes. Here's Blake to Humphrey. Middle set. Ferguson soft spikes it across. Picked up by Smoky Valley. They'll get a play up front. Flat-footed strike to the back row. Wilson tried to dig it. Lane stays after it. Now Clay Center gets it across on the play by Megan Blake. Back up front it comes. Blocked across by Clay Center. The dig by Smoky Valley. Dieterding, back row, and it just comes across the net. Clay Center, though, stays alive on it. The dig from Carson. Ferguson got it across. Scramble from both teams. Here's Humphrey to Carson. Winds it up. It's long, and it's 12-7, Smoky Valley by 5. both teams battling. Smoky Valley gets the point, and Clay Center wants a timeout. We'll break as well. You're listening to Lady Tiger Volleyball on 100.9.
Soil variability occurs throughout every field. From various soil mapping, soil sampling, and variable rate recommendations, CS Precision Ag is ready to address the issues that ultimately have a large impact on your bottom line. We are currently accepting new customers for this fall and look forward to helping you succeed. CS Precision Ag, serving customers throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
Lady Tigers in the opening set here in the Substate Championships find themselves down by 5, 12-7. Terrific scramble that last time, and a pretty good swing for Sam Carson. Just went long, though, on her spike. And Dieterding has had a little run at serve now for the Vikings. Play Center trying to get a side out, the point back, down by 5. Lauren Lane up front. Ferguson pushes it across. Smoky Valley will have a play at net. Set up on the right far side, and a miss hit in the back row. Wilson and Lane both went for it. Off the spike that time from Elise Nelson, and now Clay Center down 13-7. Dieterding will serve. You got to have 4 or 5 straight service points. Blake the dig. Humphrey, middle set. Hannah Ferguson winds it up, and it's blocked back across and in by Smoky Valley, and now they lead 14-7. So Smoky Valley's gone on a run after Clay Center had led and traded leads up to the 5-point mark. And all of a sudden, it's 14-7 Smoky Valley. Serve across. Carson to Humphrey. Far side set right back to Sam. She'll go cross court, picked up by Smoky Valley. Now set across. Lane the dig to Humphrey. Middle set. Ferguson into net. It's 15-7 Vikings. And Dieterding with the serve one more time for the Vikings. Clay Center would love to get the service out of her hands. Jump serve on its way. Blake up front. Humphrey, forearm set. Ferguson sets it across. Dieterding up front. Now they set it across the road, and Nelson picked up by Ferguson. Now trouble for Smoky Valley. They will stay alive. Lane to Humphrey. Far side. Carson winds it up. It's blocked. Stays in play for Smoky Valley. Now they'll go to the back row. Lauren Lane to Ferguson. The set for Carson to the back row. Picked up by their libero. Now a middle set by Smoky Valley, blocked by Ferguson. Back row look for Dieterding. The dig by Lane. Back up front it comes. Blocked across by Humphrey, but it's going to be Smoky Valley still with the play. And now we've got a violation against Clay Center. Point to the Vikings, and they lead 16-7. First set of the semifinals. The winner of this one gets Concordia, who handled Chapman 25-13, 25-12. And one more time to serve it is Kate Dieterding. Passed up front, Blake. Ferguson. Sam Carson. Flat-footed spike goes cross-court, picked up by the Vikings. Now a back row set up. Dieterding. Good dig by Lane. Pushed across by Taylor Humphrey. Picked back up and pushed across by their setter. Now Humphrey sets up Carson. Down the middle it goes. Dieterding the save. Back up front it comes, and it's safe and still falls in. Point to the Vikings, and they've opened up a 10-point lead, 17-7. The spike that time up front from Haley McClure hit the tape, but just rolled across and fell onto the back row and in for the point. Dieterding serve. Blake. Humphrey. The set for Carson, far side. Blocked back across. Saved, though, by, that was Wilson who got the dig. Now they go backcourt. Wilson, diving effort by Lane, falls out, and it's 18-7. Clay Center wants another timeout. Trailing by 11 in set number 1. Stay with us. Lady Tiger Volleyball will continue on 100.9.
The Cooper Tire Take the Money and Ride event is back this fall. Whether you're ready to tailgate or take a scenic drive, you can get the right tires. And a reward of up to $70 with the purchase of a new set of 4 qualifying Cooper tires. It's the perfect way to get your car ready for the season and save. Visit your Farmers Cooperative Tire branch today.
Investing in our owner's success. Farmers Cooperative.
Top 5 reasons to buy your next vehicle at Glavin Ford of Clay Center. Number 5, you can shop us online at glavinfordofclaycenter.com. Number 4, we have the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Number 3, it's just a short drive wherever you're at to downtown Clay Center to save thousands. Number 2, your trade-in is worth more to us than anyone else. And the number 1 reason to buy your next vehicle at Glavin Ford of Clay Center, we're the home of the engines and oil changes for life.
Well, the timeout for Clay Center does work as Dieterich finally misses on a serve, knocking it out of bounds. Clay Center down 10, though, 18-8. Taylor Humphrey will have the serve for the Lady Tigers. Serve across. Dieterich, pass up front. The set far side to McClure. Blake has it. Hit the basketball goal, an unfortunate error for the Lady Tigers. Just happened to be on one of the side goals that's suspended up by the beam. Blake's pass went straight up and hit the backboard and came right back down, and Clay Center really had no chance to serve back to Smoky Valley. Lady Tigers trail by 11. Here's Lane up front. Humphrey. The set for Haley Franson. Soft spikes it across, picked up front. Now the middle set for Peterson. Picked up by Blake to Humphrey. Middle set, it's going to be Ferguson rolling it across and a point good. So Hannah Ferguson has her second kill. That one just a forearm roll across. It found open area in the middle. The Lady Tigers, Taylor Mall will come in to serve it. Clay Center down 19-9, trying to make a charge here at the first set. The serve from Mall. Dieterich, pass up front. The set from Johnson, and it's blocked by Ferguson. That is hit, though, by the defender, Haley McClure. It was blocked by Ferguson. It was going out of bounds. McClure, though, couldn't get out of it, playing dodgeball out of bounds. Just couldn't get away from it. And the point goes to Clay Center, now within 9, 19-10. Ball will again serve. This one just barely dug out. Peterson, though, swipes one through cleanly to the other side. And the point in for Haley Peterson and Smoky Valley. They're up 20-10 in the first set. They will give the service back to their setter, Delaney Johnson. Clay Center rotates Sam Carson back into the back row as Johnson gets set to serve it. It's Lauren Lane up front to Humphrey. Short middle set. Ferguson winds it up and gets another one home. Ferguson's third kill, and Clay Center trails 20-11. Gets service back from Michaela Musselman. Musselman in the orange libero jersey. With the left-handed serve on its way, had an ace earlier. This one almost falls in there for a point, and now it does. An ace for Musselman, her second. Smoky Valley got the first dig and kept it alive, and then a little miscommunication gives place into the point. Down by 8, Musselman will again serve. This one again, short and across. Now it's Peterson up front, blocked back in by Lauren Lane. And Lane with the point. Clay Center now trying to crawl back in here, down by 7, 20-13. That was on their big hitter, Haley Peterson. At 5-11, Lane put it away, and now miss hit by Musselman on the serve. It's 21-13. Clay Center down by 8. Service goes to Haley McClure. And it's picked up by Carson to Humphrey. The set for Megan Blake winds it up. It's blocked back to the back court, backside, and the defense had all crowded up to the net for Clay Center. The point is good for Smoky Valley. It's 22-13. 22-13. First set of the semifinals for the Lady Tigers. The winner of this one gets Concordia. Here's Carson to Humphrey. Short middle set. Lauren Lane winds it up. Blocked back across. Dug out, though, by Musselman. Now it's set across for Dieterich. Cross court. Carson can't dig it out of there. It goes into the scorer's table, and now 23-13. Keeping the serve will be McClure. To the back row, Blake. Megan up front to Humphrey. Right back to Megan Blake. She'll wind it up. Can't quite get it in, although good spike. It was dug out, though, by Smoky Valley. Talk about digs. Humphrey and Musselman and Carson tag team to keep one alive, but now Peterson gets one up front, although a good block attempt from Lauren Lane, but out of bounds. 24-13, set point now for Smoky Valley in this opening set. The serve from McClure. Carson to Humphrey, middle set. Lauren Lane almost got it in, and it's still alive for the time being, and Smoky Valley does keep in the point. Humphrey right back to Lauren Lane. This time, no chance. Lauren Lane slams it away. Her fourth kill. She has 2 blocks to go along with that. And so Clay Center staves off the first set point, 24-14. Haley Franson to serve. Cross it comes, almost mishandled. Now a back row set across. Here's a chance for Clay Center. Carson, Humphrey, far side set. Megan Blake goes down the front court. Dug out on the back row, though, by Riley Carson. And now blocked out of bounds up front by Clay Center. First set belongs to Smoky Valley. 25-14 the final. Stay with us. Lady Tiger Volleyball will continue on 100.9.
Even if the tailpipe on your combine is still warm, it's time to place next year's seed order. Central Valley Ag has a financing plan you need to look at.
0% seed financing until January 15th of 2018.
CVA Seed Director Chad Udbuddy is also offering price discounts, even if you make changes later.
We're giving a discount on the dollars that you are submitting an order for today.
It's easy to order from Central Valley Ag. Get details at cvacoop.com.
If you're an experienced over-the-road truck driver looking to step up to a strong, well-established company and one who treats their employees right, TSI Kansas invites you to join our family of drivers. We're looking to add more qualified Class A CDL drivers to our ranks. See, after working for TSI Kansas for many years, John and Sandy Link and I now own the company, and we're dedicated to keeping our company strong. I'm Jason Hall with TSI Kansas Incorporated of Clay Center.
Go big or go gig with Twin Valley Pulse. How big, you ask? You can get internet speeds of up to 1,000 megabytes per second. That's incredibly fast. That's 100 times faster than most U.S. households. Not convinced? How about downloading 25 songs in 1 second? How about downloading high-def TV shows in 3 seconds and high-def movies in 36 seconds? That's smoking fast. And Twin Valley is the only one offering Pulse Gig internet service. So call 800-515-3311 to order Pulse today with Twin Valley.
For years, you have taken care of everyone else, and now we think it's finally time you focus on yourself. Let us help you check off your bucket list. Travel a week to visit your kids in Florida. Plan a girls' weekend to a spa. Play a round of golf at Augusta National and stop worrying about your to-do list at home. At Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, what matters most to you matters most to us. Our independent living options give you the peace of mind that comes from locking your door and letting us take care of your home while you're away. Visit claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org and start living the way you want to live.
Match 2 about to throw out the first serve as the Lady Tigers with a 14-25 loss in that first set. So they will start with the service. See if they can stretch this to a third set and try to find a way to survive into the next round. And chance to take on then the Concordia Lady Panthers, who sit in the championship matchup after a 25-13, 25-12 win over Chapman. So Clay Center now with their backs against the wall to face Smoky Valley in set number 2. Taylor Mall will serve it to start the second set. Taylor Humphrey, Lauren Lane, Haley Franson, Hannah Ferguson, Megan Blake on the court for the Lady Tigers. Taylor Mall is mentioned to serve. And the opening serve of the second set is into net, point to Smoky Valley. So the Vikings up 1-9, and they'll put their setter, Delaney Johnson, back to serve it. Serve across, Lauren Lane. The dig. Humphrey, forearm set up front for Ferguson. Flat-footed spike, a good one across. Picked up, though, by the Vikings. Down to the back row, Clay Center. Lane to Humphrey. Cross-court set up for Megan Blake, and it goes in the net. And the Lady Tigers down 0-2. To serve is Johnson again for the Vikings. Up front, Ferguson goes away from the defense. Great vision that time for Hannah Ferguson, who has going to be her fourth kill unofficially here in the opening match. And so Clay Center gets served back for Michaela Musselman. 2-1. Serve across, back row. Smoky Valley up front. Johnson, middle set for Peterson, and just over the blockers at Clay Center with a tremendous save to stay alive. Now Carson to Humphrey. Here's Megan Blake to the back row. Dug out by Smoky Valley again. Peterson Here's Carson with a save. Humphrey, middle set. Lauren Lane saw spiked across to the back row. Picked up front. McClure blocked back in. Lauren Lane gets it. Haley Franson in the area and placing her with a tremendous scramble before that block took place. Smoky Valley, I think, thought they had it and were about to celebrate when the Lady Tigers were able to dive in and keep it alive and got it across. It's served by Musselman. Back set for McClure. Back row. Musselman, good dig. Now it's going to be Lauren Lane getting it across. Terrific scramble twice now for Clay Center here in this second set. And now Peterson able to put one away for the Vikings. Lady Tigers trailing 3-2. The serve is Haley McClure for Smoky Valley. Across it comes. Pass up front, Humphrey. Middle set, Lauren Lane. Soft spike across, and good. Dieter and Peterson both came up to block it, and Lane just lifted it over the top of the blockers and dropped it in. 3-3 tie. Lane with what would be her fifth kill of this first match. Here's a Peterson up front, blocked again by Clay Center. Now the Lady Tigers in a scramble and cannot get it across, and will fall behind by 1, 4-3. Is the service to Peterson, 5'11" senior for Smoky Valley. Peterson eyes it across. Serve on its way. Carson, good dig. Humphrey right at the net to Lauren Lane. Winds it up and has another one home. And Clay Center ties it up again at 4-all. Down 1-0, trying to stretch this to a third and deciding set with a chance to move on to the finals here in the Den. Megan Blake the service. The set for Dieterding. Blocked up in the air. Carson to Humphrey. Middle set. Lauren Lane winds it up one more time. This one won't find the court, but it will be a scramble for Smoky Valley. Now Humphrey up toward the net. Tried to punch it across left-handed Lauren Lane. No chance at it, and it's 5-4 now. Clay Center down by 1. Earlier today, if you missed it, the Clay Center Lady Tiger cross-country team qualified for state with a regional championship. Andrea Chestnut second, Karen Larson 15th, Emma Smith 6th, Katie Schlichter 21st, Zoe All 29th, Hannah Whitley 30th, and Jacqueline Digosh 38th. And now a play at net again for Lauren Lane. The Lady Tigers have tied it up, and Lane has her third kill already in this set, and it's 5-5. Clay Center Tiger boys qualified 1 for the state championships. That's Kayla Brookstool, who took 6th place at regionals. Serve from Lane, up front, Dieterding. Back row, long. Clay Center's got their first lead of the second set, 6-5, and Lauren Lane will keep the lead, or keep the service. 6-5, Clay Center leads by 1 and has serve. Lane, the jump serve across. Almost cleared tape. It would have been trouble had it, but it caught the net and fell in. It's now tied up again, 6-6. And Dieterding will have the service. Smoky Valley brings it across with a jump serve from Dieterding. It's into net. Clay Center leads again by 1, 7-6. Haley Franson rotates back in. Brianne Wilson off. And to serve it is Taylor Humphrey. 7-6. Humphrey with the serve. To the back row, almost mishandled. Now up front, McClure, blocked back across by Ferguson. They'll set it backside. Blocked again, this time Carson. Smoky Valley trying to keep it alive. They will. Chance for Clay Center. Blake to Humphrey. Back set. Haley Franson comes flying in, but goes into net. And the Lady Tigers now have it tied up again, 7-7. It will be Carson to serve it. Riley Carson for Smoky Valley. Kind of winds up like a pitcher and then brings the serve across. Humphrey short seg and cross-court winner. Hannah Ferguson knocks it home. And the Lady Tigers have the lead again, 8-7. Smoky Valley up 1-0, but Clay Center trying to battle back here in set number 2. They lead 8-7. And Taylor Mall is back in to serve it for the Lady Tigers. Ball serve across. Back row. Pass up front, Johnson to Peterson. Cross-court winner for Smoky Valley. Tied again now, 8 apiece. Back on for the Lady Tigers will come Sam Carson. She joins Lane, Ferguson, Franson, Humphrey, and Blake on the court. tied up at 8 here in the second set. Johnson to serve for Smoky Valley. Here's Carson. Mishandled, but Humphrey a good scramble. Clay Center unable to keep this one in play, and they'll trail by 1 now, 8-9. Johnson will keep the service for the Vikings. Lady Tigers down 1-0. Serve comes across. Here's Lane. Pass up front, Humphrey. The set for Megan Blake. Punches it across and finds middle court open. And it's tied again at 9 apiece. Rotating back on, Michaela Musselman to serve. That puts Blake, Lane, and Franson on the front row with Humphrey and Carson, along with the server, Michaela Musselman on the back row. Serve across. Pass up front. Back set. Set across now by Smoky Valley. A chance for Clay Center. Humphrey to Blake. Serve, or the spike across. Smoky Valley will not get this one. The kill for Blake, her second in a row in this set. And now Clay Center leads 10-9. So coming back are the Lady Tigers after losing set 1, 25-14. They lead by 1. Midway through, almost across what would have been a short and good one for Musselman. It catches the tape and falls in. Clay Center has it tied up again at 10 apiece. McClure with the serve for Smoky Valley. Humphrey back set in the middle to Lauren Lane, and it's partially blocked and out of play. The kill for Lane, and the Lady Tigers have it tied 10-10. Correction has a lead 11-10. And now Smoky Valley wants a timeout. 11-10, Clay Center by 1. Stay with us. Back in the den after this.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers. All great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one, and as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers.
Out of the Smoky Valley timeout, Haley Peterson gets set up front for a spike. It puts one away. It's 11-11. Second set. Clay Center trying to stretch this to a third and deciding. Peterson, after the kill, will go back and serve now for the Vikings. Carson with the dig, goes up in the beams. Humphrey, though, keeps it alive. Now Blake rolls it across to Smoky Valley. Johnson, far side set, Dieterding, blocked, back across, but it goes out of bounds. No, that's point Clay Center. See if they correct this. They say out of bounds. The chair official saying it's Clay Center's point. The floor official saying, no, it should be Smoky Valley's point, and now they do get it corrected. That is the right call. And Peterson will keep the service. Clay Center now trails 12-11. Before you won in straight sets over Chapman earlier. Clay Center down 1-9. Here's Lauren Lane. Outside hit. Blocked back across and good for Smoky Valley. And now 13-11. Clay Center down by a couple. Peterson will serve it again for the Vikings. 5'11" senior. Smoky Valley one set, 25-14 over the Lady Tigers. Serve from Peterson, the dig by Carson. Humphrey, middle set. This is Lauren Lane, and she plants one down the middle. And the Lady Tiger senior has 9 kills now in this match and brings the Lady Tigers back within 1, 13-12. Megan Blake to serve. See if she can rifle a few through here. And the first one goes into net. And it's 14-12. Now Clay Center down by a couple. Rotating in the serve for Smoky Valley is Haven Sobrin. Clay Center down by 2, down 1-0. Best of 3 here at the Substate Championships. Blake up front. Here's Humphrey, middle set. Lauren Lane got up in the air, held, and then she got Smoky Valley into net, trying to stay in there to block it. Point to Clay Center, down by 1, and Lane will serve. Lauren drops back far left side, well behind the line to run into that jump serve. Here it goes, and it catches tape and falls in for an 8. Lauren Lane able to just get it to crawl across. That's her second ace of the game. 14-14. Serve again. This time getting almost in there once more. Dug out this time, though, and Smoky Valley gets to play up front. Good dig by Humphrey. Ferguson tried to swat it across, and the defender right up in the play. 15-14. Niederding will serve. Across it comes. And out of bounds, tied at 15. Clay Center will get served back, and they have it tied in the second set, and it's getting down to those crucial points now. Try to stretch this into that third set as mentioned. Smoky Valley won the first one, 25-14. Here's the serve from Humphrey. Back row, up front Johnson. Set across to McClure, back row. That's going long. Clay Center has the lead now, 16-15. Humphrey to serve it. Clay Center by 1. Serve from the senior. Picked up by Stogren. Johnson now gets it to their libero. Pushes it across. Chance for Clay Center. Lane to Humphrey. Middle set. Ferguson. Down the middle it goes. Clay Center leads 17-15. After falling in set 1 by 11 points, suddenly the Lady Tigers are right back in this thing, and they lead by 2 in set number 2. Taylor Humphrey will again serve. On its way across. Dieterty up front. Almost missed hit. Now McClure. The dig by Blake. Here's Humphrey. Far side set. Sam Carson goes into net. The Clay Center still leads here. 17-16. Now the serve goes back across to Riley Carson. High service, dug out by Blake up front. Now the back set, Carson. This time it is blocked across by Peterson, and the game tied up at 17-17. So the service returns at 17-17. Here's Lane to Humphrey. Now Ferguson rolls it across. Up front, chance for Peterson, and she slams one in for Smoky Valley. They've come from 2 down to lead by 1. Here's a pass up front from Blake to Humphrey. Peterson blocks it back across, and now all of a sudden Smoky Valley's returned the favor and gone on a run. Clay Center wants a timeout. It's 19-17. The Lady Tigers now down by 2 in the second set. Stay with us. 4 on the way next.
For years, you've been taking care of everyone else. We think it's finally time someone takes care of you. But care doesn't mean you have to give up dining out Saturdays with your family and friends or going on scenic drives through the country. The next step in care means you can have the busy schedule you're used to. Assisted living at Clay Center Presbyterian Manor means what matters most to you matters most to us. As your senior living community, we work with your medical providers and your family so everyone's needs are met. Don't give up being you. Visit claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org and start living the way you want to live.
19-17. The serve goes back to Smoky Valley with Clay Center down 1-0. They had a 2-point lead, but 4 straight points scored for Smoky Valley. Lauren Lane, the pass up front off the Lady Tiger timeout to Humphrey, to Haley Franson. Cross-board, winner for Franson. Haley plants one away, and the Lady Tigers back within 1 again, 19-18. It'll be Taylor Mall in the serve for Clay Center. Ball stands back, starts in the middle, now edges her way toward the right side of the court to bring the serve across. The pass goes up in the beams and just gets across for Smoky Valley. Franson middle set, here's Ferguson, and she goes away from the defense again. We're tied at 19. Anna Ferguson with what I have her for 6 kills in this first match of the day. And ball is again to serve. Back row. Sogren to Johnson. Up front. Off balance. Save by Smoky Valley. Humphrey up near the net. Megan Blake to the back corner and a winner. 20-19. Clay Center by 1. Megan Blake could get a swing at it, but she saw the defense crawled up toward the net and just pushed it to the back off corner and found open courts. Taylor Mall again to serve. Back row. Sogren, and it will be an ace for Mall. And the Lady Tigers lead 21-19. And Smoky Valley forced into a timeout. 21-19. Lady Tigers, stay with us. We're back in the den after this.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
21-19, the Lady Tigers have taken a 2-point advantage. Taylor Mall on a good roll serving. Here's Peterson up front, off balance, blocked by Blake. Cross court to Francis. Middle set, here's Ferguson across on a flat-footed spike. Now up front, McClure, cross court winner. Smoky Valley out of the timeout. Back within 1, 21-20. I do have an update in 1A volleyball. Axtell winning 25-11, 25-10. Blue Valley and Southern Cloud about to play. That's in the 1A Substate taking place at Blue Valley High School. Johnson to serve for Smoky Valley. Here's Lane to Humphrey. Middle set. Ferguson. Cross-court winner. She looked like she was going down the middle and just guided it to the back corner. Now Clay Center up 22-20. And Ferguson 4 kills in this set alone. Lady Tiger lead by 2, 22-20, trying to get it to a third and deciding set. To serve from Michaela Musselman. Up front, Peterson. And partially blocked. Did they go out? No, it's in. It's a point to Smoky Valley. 22-21. The serve is McClure for the Vikings. Clay Center leads by 1, late points. Carson to Humphrey. Middle set. Lauren Lane winds it up. Blocked back. Great dig by Humphrey. And Musselman gets it across. Middle set. It is Peterson. And the block by Blake and Lane. But it goes out of bounds. And the point to Smoky Valley. Now tied at 22-22. And a timeout taken again on the floor by the Lady Tigers. 22-all. You're listening to Lady Tiger Volleyball on KCLY.
The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers. All great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one. And as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers.
22-22. Second set. Clay Center trying to stay alive here in the semifinals. Substate. Here's Humphrey to Megan Blake. Good wind-up, good hit, but saved by Smoky Valley. Now outside Dieterding. Blocked, but out of bounds. Point to Smoky Valley. They now lead 23-22. Clay Center, a tremendous fight here in this second set. They led by 2, then fell behind by 2 to only come back and take a lead at 21-19. Now they trail by 1. Here's a set up front. Lauren Lane winds it up. Great dig on the back row. Now it's put away by Peterson, and that'll bring up match point here for Smoky Valley, 24-22. The servant will be McClure. Smoky Valley get a great crowd here as well as mentioned. All teams bringing big numbers. The serve, Carson to Humphrey. Franson, flat-footed spike to the back row. Up front, Johnson. Dieterding winds up, and for the win, it is out. That's a point, Clay Center. That is a point, Clay Center, or was it tipped? They're asking, no, point, Clay Center, and it's 24-23. So match point went long. Smoky Valley thought it was tipped. The officials asked all judges, no, And so Clay Center gets the serve, down by 1. Branson, the serve across. Pass up front. Peterson for the win. Great dig by Musselman. And then Clay Center unable to keep it alive. Boy, great battle for the Lady Tigers, but they come up short in set number 2, 25-23, your final. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more in just a moment.
The servers, the bumpers, the setters, the spikers. All great forces to be reckoned with in volleyball. Not one position is less important than the other. All have equal impact in a match, standing together in victory and defeat. The Lady Tigers are exceptional on and off the court and need your continued support. 6 players on the court working as one. And as one, they will succeed. They are a team. And Hutchinson Mayrath of Clay Center, a division of Global Industries, salute the Lady Tigers.
Being an active member of FFA and 4-H and playing sports can all teach life skills of leadership, responsibility, good character, a strong work ethic, and a healthy spirit of competition. All these activities help prepare and equip young people to become great citizens. At Union State Bank, we feel it's a very worthwhile investment to support our area youth. We're always pleased to see many come back to this community, start their own business, or join their family farms. I'm Morgan Hamill with Union State Bank, member FDIC.
One heck of an effort for the Lady Tigers that comes up short here in the Substate Championship. Smoky Valley will advance to face Concordia for the chance to go to the state tournament next weekend in Salina. Clay Center lost the first set of this match, 25-14, and then really got in a battle, and I mean a battle in the second set. They trailed early, then they came back and took a lead at 17-15, only to see Smoky Valley score 4 straight and take a 2-point lead of their own. And then it went right down to the wire, holding off 1 match point before eventually falling 23-25 in that second set. And that will knock out the Lady Tigers from the tournament and will end their season of what has been it's been a fun one this year. They've played some really great matches down the stretch, winning Tuesday 2 straight to go into the Substate Championships here and eventually fall to state-ranked Smoky Valley to improve to 27-11. The Lady Tigers will be 15-21. We're going to take a short time out. When we come back, we'll take a look at the seniors on this team and wrap up on this Substate volleyball and cross-country regional championship Saturday. We'll do that in just a moment.
Hey there, we have a question for you. When you think the words independent living, immediately what comes to mind? At Clay Center Presbyterian Manor, independent living means taking a trip whenever, wherever, and not worrying about home maintenance. It means bridge parties every week with your friendly neighbors and a committed team to take care of the rest. Independent living at Clay Center Presbyterian Manor means living the way you want to live. Discover the numerous programs and resources available for independent living at claycenterpresbyterianmanor.org.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
This is 100.9 FM, KCLY Clay Center.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia reminds you that brutal winter days will soon be here. Replace your drafty windows with top-of-the-line performance and energy efficiency windows from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. You'll never have to scrape, sand, or paint another window again. We put our 36 years of experience in every project, and we stand behind our work without fail. Learn more at GeislerRoofing.com.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
Students, are you looking for stress-free, convenient banking? The Citizens National Bank offers a student checking account. When you open your student checking account with CNB, you'll have all the benefits to make banking easy, such as a debit card, online banking with e-alerts, and mobile banking with the branded CNB app. Your smartphone is a great tool to access your account and monitor your daily transactions and balance. Stop by and open your student checking account today at the Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Once again, we bring you back to the Tigers Den. The Clay Center Lady Tigers are going to fall here to wrap up their 2016 season at the Substate Championship semifinals against state-ranked Smoky Valley. What a great battle to finish out. 8 seniors on this team close out their high school volleyball careers. Taylor Humphrey, Brenna Wilson, Taylor Mall, Megan Blake, Lauren Lane, Brianne Wilson, Samantha Carson, and Michaela Musselman. Those 8 seniors for Coach Tara Gruber in her first year. And she said earlier this week in the locker room show that they've been just really easy to get to know and to get comfortable with in this system. And the Lady Tigers put on one heck of a show here for the crowd in that final set. They did fall 23-25 in the second set after really being dominated the first set. They lost 25-14 and really set their chins, came back, and put on one heck of an effort. But it does fall shy by 2 points, 23-25.